What's going on, YouTube world? We got a few things planned for today's video. The video is going to be all over the place. Alright, so let's get right into it. This is my daily driver, my 2008 Audi, and recently I've been getting pulled over a lot. My own fault because it's not inspected. So I got sick of it, obviously. So I'm going to be addressing some issues today on that. One of the issues it's having is it has an evap leak. So I actually went right on eBay and bought one of these eBay smoke testers. What they do is you plug the one end into any evap line, then you hook your positive and negative terminals up to your battery, and what it does is it heats a coil in here that has cotton on it. You put the solution in there and it actually generates smoke, and when you push it through the lines, wherever you see smoke coming out, you'll be able to tell where your evap leak is. So these people aren't sponsoring this video, but it'd be really cool if they did. That'd be awesome. Shout out to Autoline Pro if you want to sponsor this video, or hook me up, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, this kit's pretty basic, but you know what? Sometimes simplicity is key. It's just a heating element in there with a coil, and you put the solution on there, plug it into your 12 volt positive and your negative. It has an inline fuse right there, on off switch. This is a pressure regulator that will go into your compressor, and the other side will go into one of your vacuum lines, evap lines, anything like that. So I actually, flashlight's dying of course, I actually popped off the nipple right here on this line. So I'm gonna probably test that spot first and see if I see any smoke coming out. So surprisingly, on this first location, got everything hooked up, I'm getting no leaks actually. I'm surprised. And this thing puts out a lot of smoke, I'll show you. See? Air compressor kicked on, but what I was saying is I'm gonna take it off this location, I'm gonna find another location, hopefully I can figure this out. I just don't wanna get pulled over anymore. I'm tired of it. It's like almost every day now. So I don't have an inspection sticker. I know it's my own fault, I'm just saying, it's getting old, I'd rather just fix it, so. All right, so good news and bad news. There's no evap leak back here either. I rigged this up with the funnel so I can put the nozzle in there, and this would actually trip that little flapper in there so I could get the smoke to go down through. I mean, I actually do see smoke coming out, but I don't know if that's normal for venting or not. I have a new cap on the way, so I'll try that. And it definitely needs an O2 sensor, which I'll have to get. So surprisingly, somehow, no evap leaks. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to jack the unit up and check out where this exhaust leak is. I also ordered coil packs for it and 2 O2 sensors. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that stuff will fix the issues. I just had to film this because it's kind of funny. I'll show you. So this could be a huge cause of, right here, ready? Completely rotted off. So that could be a big cause of the check engine light and lean codes, obviously. I'm not gonna film it, but I'm probably gonna wind up replacing this. I don't want to make a whole video about just working on this thing. I want it to be a fun video. So that'll be it for this thing. Fingers crossed, fix this, get it inspected, call it a day. All right, I don't know if I look like a dork or not because I got my hat on, but it's winter time and it's cold. So we got some 6.4 stuff here. Now for all you people complaining about no front drive shaft, no front drive shaft, tired of hearing it. Here, finally came in. Spacer I need for the front drive shaft, so that'll be going in so I can actually use the 4-wheel drive, which I probably will never do. Anyway, on to the next. All right, these are the mirrors for the 6.4. 08 to 16 style. But the thing is, I got these because it might be hard to see on the camera, but in the lens itself right here, it actually has a blinker. Also, I could have gotten them all black, but I didn't want to do that because the truck has chrome on it. So I figured I'm gonna leave the chrome cap, and then all the black is gonna be white. But I'm not a big fan of the textured feel. So what I'm actually going to do is every part of the black textured areas, I'm gonna sand down a little bit just so they're smoother. So when the paint lays on, it has more of a gloss finish rather than like a satin kind of finish. I will be disassembling them to an extent. I'm not gonna go nuts, but I will be taking out the side markers. If I get the chrome cap off without breaking it, I'm gonna do that as well. All right, so this actually just pops out, but if I can remember from my other truck, there's actually a screw in here. Oh, nope, these are just glued in actually. That's a first. The other ones I had, you had to go in through the back of the mirror. There's a screw and it always broke. But this isn't bad. But that may not be a good thing if it just snapped in and out that easily. But these also have the orange markers. They're supposed to have LED. So I'm gonna swap these out for some LED bulb. A common mistake people make before they have the mirrors painted or paint them is if they're extendable, they don't extend them out. So I extended them all the way out. Otherwise, you're gonna have a black strip and then whatever color your vehicle is on the other half. So I was looking into it, and if you take off this chrome piece, it looks like it would wind up snapping or breaking. They're not the most expensive mirrors. So I'm just gonna tape them off, obviously razor blade, cut around the chrome and leave that. And I'm actually going to put these bulbs back in only for the paint process. And the reason for that being is I want all this in here to be white. So if I blow the paint in here and I have the new bulbs in, obviously it's gonna cover up the new paint. These I don't need, I don't care about. At least they're covering the socket of the mirror. All right, so I have the mirror taped up. Obviously I'm gonna start cutting out with the X-Acto knife. And for anyone who is gonna jump down my throat, I do have the Oxford white that truck is out there in an aerosol can. So I'm gonna try with that first. If not, I actually do have the Oxford white that's made to be sprayed out of the gun. So it doesn't come out the aerosol, it's whatever. I'll sand it down. If it doesn't come out good with that, then I'll just shoot it with my paint gun. It's not a big deal. So all I'm doing is I'm taking a little 220 and lightly going in one direction along the whole mirror just to make it smoother for when the paint lays on it. Like I said, so it doesn't look satin and it doesn't look textured. Just staying in one motion around the whole mirror, everywhere, especially in the cracks and crevices, because that's the first spot it's gonna peel. All right, so once you get the mirrors sanded down, you're gonna wanna clean them off. You don't wanna use brake clean on plastic or rubbers because it'll tend to eat it away. So I like to use purple power or any kind of degreaser. Just spray it all over and then wipe it down, get it ready for paint. All right, the mirrors are strung up. Everything's taped off, it's all sanded down, it's all wiped down. So now it's time to start priming and then paint after that. And we'll see how it goes. So far so good. Primer laid on good. So we'll let this dry and then we'll shoot the paint. All right, the paint's applied. We'll let this dry now. And we'll see how it dries. There's a couple small runs. I'm a little upset about that. The can was acting up. It started to spit, as you could see. But I think I could either sand them out or even just clear over it. It should cover them. Well, let's just come outside and appreciate this beautiful view right here. I want to get this out of the way, obviously, and not get anything on it. But that thing's looking good. Got some stuff coming for that. And then the highlight of the show, the big unit right here. Can't wait to get rid of these ugly, busted things right here. Be a good spot for storing stuff. I don't know what you'd store in there, but I don't even know how that happened, to be honest. At least I'll have a mirror too. Also, I want to add that since I lowered this, it actually settled quite a bit, and I'm really happy with how it sits now. At first, I was like, man, this thing's too tall, like it's all raked in the back, but it actually settled out very nicely. So I got both extremes of the spectrum. I got something that's on the ground, and I got something that's in the air. But you gotta have the best of both worlds. All right, so it's the next day. I wound up spraying a coat of white on this yesterday, but I guess the paint wasn't warm enough. I have my little heater going now. I guess it wasn't warm enough because it actually started to run in a few places, and I want to do it the right way. So I waited for it to dry. I sanded it back down in all the high spots so I can reshoot it now. And this mirror is just about ready to go. I got it decently smooth. You're never gonna get them completely perfect, obviously, because the texture on these is so thick. I mean, I'm sure if you spend enough time on them, you'd get them like glass. But just as long as they're smoother than they were before, that's all I care about. And it'll help with the bonding surface for the white paint. All right, so I got a few coats on each set of mirrors. I went a lot better this time. They're looking pretty good so far. I mean, obviously, you know, time will tell when they dry and everything. We'll see how they dry. I might put a clear over them. I'm not sure yet. It depends how glossy they dry. But if they wind up staying the way they look right now, then I don't think I'll really need one. They're pretty glossy as it is. But once they dry, I'll figure that out. So I just got home from work. It's the next day after I painted them. Just checking them out now. They turned out pretty decent, given the circumstances of what I was dealing with and where I'm painting them. They're not too bad, actually. There's a couple small runs. I might address them. But I don't even know if I'm keeping these mirrors on the truck or not, because the truck came factory with power fold and power extend. These are power lens and heated, but manual extend and manual fold. I don't know. They'll look a lot better than what's on it though, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna take them down now, and I'm gonna hold them up to the truck, and hopefully the Oxford white out of the can is going to match the truck enough. Paint fades over time, so it might not be exactly close. We'll find out though. All right, so there they are. Got all the tape off it. The tape actually left some adhesive behind I'm gonna have to take off. They're not perfect. What are you doing? Hey. Hey. They're not perfect, but they look pretty good actually. There's a couple flaws here and there. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep these mirrors though, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna start taking apart the door cards on the truck and get the old ones off and get these mounted up. I'm not gonna film it because it's already dark out and I have to watch the little guy. But I'm gonna go get these mounted up, and then tomorrow I'll take a video of what they look like on the truck with the LED lights in them, all mounted up. All right, I know I said I'd show it in the morning, but I couldn't contain my excitement, so I gotta show you guys now. All right, here's the old mirror. Busted black plastic one. Amber turn signals in there. And then I'll show you the new one. I'm so excited with this. I think it came out great. So the lens is just sitting there right now. I have to glue it back in. It's hard to tell in this artificial light, but the white actually matched pretty well. I don't know if you could tell. It's probably hard to see in the light. It looks better in person, but I mean, it doesn't look too bad in the camera, but it looks a lot better in person as far as being the same color. Plus you have plastic, you know, comparing it to the paint on the metal, so you're gonna have a little bit of a variation there to begin with. I still have to put the door panel back on and everything, but yeah, that's a look at them, and I'm really happy with them actually. Got the LED turn signals and LED running lights right there. Get the light out of here. You could see pretty bright. And what I liked about these mirrors, why I bought them, they actually have a turn signal in the lens itself, which I don't really see on Fords. I've seen it on some Chevys, but I don't really see it on Ford, so I thought that was a pretty cool touch, and another reason why I got these mirrors. I'm gonna put the other one on tomorrow, and I'll be able to get a better video and better picture of it, but I had to show you guys tonight because I just got so excited when I plugged these in, got them all wired in, and then I saw that. So stay tuned. Check back in tomorrow. I'm home from work. I didn't narrate taking apart the other side because no one wants to see me sit there and take apart a door panel and put a new mirror on. But for anyone that's wondering, you got two bolts here. You got one there, one there. You disconnect your switches, which are just popped in, as well as this, which is just popped in right here. Then you have, they're either gonna be 10s or 11s. One here, one behind this, one behind this. The mirror will come out. Once you take these off and the ones on the bottom, you should be able to just lift up and out, and you'll see the plug there for the mirror. Plug your new one in and just do the opposite process. And just like that, we got both of them on. I just have these lenses kind of sitting there for now because I ordered new LEDs, because go figure, I had 3 and I need 4. So I don't want to put these on yet until I have all 4 of the same matching LEDs. So yeah, I mean, the truck's really dirty right now, but like I said last night, the paint matches pretty well. It looks pretty good actually. There's a few flaws, like I said, they're not perfect. It doesn't really bother me too much because, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep these or eventually go with the full power ones, but for now they're way better than what was on it. I'm actually really happy that I sanded them down, made them a little smoother, and then I painted them. Like I said, I got rid of those orange lights for some LEDs. I made sure I pulled these out when I painted them too, so the whole arm is painted. They just got to be cleaned up. There's some adhesive up there on the chrome, There's a little adhesive on the lens. I don't have the blinkers on right now, but as you would have saw in the previous clip, that this arrow lights up, which is pretty cool too. And it adds to that nice clean look, having these mirrors white with the chrome tops to them. It's way better than those junky black ones that were on it. And also for the other set of keyboard warriors, calm down. Right here's the part. Right here's the front drive shaft. I'm not going to film it because that's boring, but the front drive shaft is going in the truck. Don't worry. It has a front drive shaft. It has four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive works. I'm aware that there's no front drive shaft. Keep having people, oh, no front drive shaft, no front drive shaft. But nah, all jokes. It doesn't really bother me. I'm just messing around. Nah, but that's all jokes. I'm just joking around. I just wanted to say that that'll be going in next. And yeah, that's the finished product of the mirrors. I think they look pretty good. Like I said, they're not perfect, but hey, nothing is. Give you a nice look at it here. Oh, I also have a front balance coming for it. I ordered a new one. They had a cut one on there, so I'm gonna put the right one for the truck on there. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you think I should have left the mirrors black, if I should have done them all white, if you like the chrome and the white. Give me some feedback. You guys have been giving a lot of feedback and I really appreciate it. The channel's doing great and I can't wait to keep filming and keep recording the process of this truck being built. And I'm super pumped. I also linked up with a company. I'll show you guys what they are obviously when they come in, but I linked up with a company on traction bars. So right now there's a set of traction bars being made for this. I'm pretty excited about that. So they should be in about 2-3 weeks, give or take, since they're making them. But that'll just tie the rest of this together. The truck has some axle wrap, some shake because of how tall the blocks are. So getting these traction bars will make it look more uniform and it'll also help with that. So I'm pretty excited for that. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, give me your feedback. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys watching the videos and, you know, let me know what you think of them. It means a lot. And I'm just excited to keep building this thing and see where it goes. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.